is the men's WarGames match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two teams will be contained in separate cages, with one member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, WarGames officially begins! The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the WarGames begin!
The Bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original Bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
This man and the rest of the original Bloodline is under attack. The new Bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new Bloodline.
The original Bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new Bloodline are destroying what was built.
Well, this conflict was unfathomable until now. The new Bloodline is ready to hunt.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob.
The new Bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG Bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty.
We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice in his eyes.
And he's looking to make his name at the expense of the old guard of the Bloodline.
The OG Bloodline have never faced a threat like this.
The island of relevancy is no more. The OG Bloodline is fighting bloodthirsty savages who will feast on whatever they can.
There will be no hesitation in pulling the trigger, and the OGs have got to match that ferocity.
Here we go, first two combatants locked in the WarGames structure. The original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more WarGames experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions in just a matter of minutes. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Lucy?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
Jacob Fatu cuts him off.
Oh, man, he took a hard landing into the other ring.
Only seconds away from giving their team the numbers advantage. Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side is less experienced inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me, yeah.
Great journalism there, Byron.
Thanks, Michael.
A lot to prove from the new Bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be. Is ready for WarGames as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
Now that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside WarGames. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
Oh no! Driving down with the sledgehammer. Sent to the corner.
Sami Zayn has his opponent hooked. Ooh, exploder in the corner. Boom.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's insane connect with a haluva kick. Can Jacob Fatu come back from that? Running Hurricane Rana. Fantastic. Oh, turns the hammer into a projectile and nails it.
Climbing up the wall now, and he's got some crazy ideas.
Looking to finish it. Got them right in the corner. OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns is so from the top.
Elbow drop. Good Lord.
In quick response to Jay's offense. A reversal. Well scouted. Sami Zayn.
Zayn has this wrapped up. Oh, wow. Giving a new meaning to the move hammer throw.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new Bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is.
Zayn exposed here.
Implanted by the DDT.
Will Sami recover?
He's starting to look battered.
Just remember that attacks to the head like that can build up quickly. Oh.
Just trying to pound their opponent into the ground even further. And guys, this is what WarGames is all about. Both Bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
Uso, Jimmy Uso splash. Jimmy might have just finished things.
This is not looking good for him.
But I highly doubt anybody's going to throw in the towel.
The WWE Universe has come alive in this one.
They
seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in WarGames.
Really good thought, too. Taking flight!
The WWE faithful Sami Zayn with a big boot.
And that can vanquish Tama.
From the top.
For Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every Bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be Sammy with a big boot.
Has Sammy ended it there.
And planted that with a well-executed DDT. And in just a moment, the numbers of bandits set to come into play here.
Just mounted with punches.
And the Tribal Chief is now entering Bloodline WarGames.
And more attacks landing against the skull.
Sammy with a big boot. That could put Tama down for good. Right to the knee.
You saw that being telegraphed. And a clothesline.
This will turn your lights out in a hurry. So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal.
He fails to connect.
Saw it coming and avoided it.
Taking on even more brutal damage there.
I think we can consider this the beginning of the end, gentlemen.
Bigger target.
And Sammy taking it back after that offense.
To the face. What a redirect.
Jay out of there in a hurry. Elbow finds its mark.
Things will get back to an even playing field with the next entrant. Gets lifted into position.
Across the throat. Elbow strike.
And now the new Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline WarGames. Take him!
Big impact. Looking for something under the apron before entering.
Clearly knows the damage that has been done with the opposing team's numbers advantage, and knows that bringing in a weapon can be the ultimate equalizer.
Numbers about to be even, but not before he brings in a little backup from the outside.
Is Zayn closing this out?
Boom! Send him clear into the other ring.
Even in the teams are looking under the ring for a little extra insurance.
Uso.
Devastating kick. Another vicious attack to his head.
That's the kind of offense that could ruin your whole balance. Down on the ground, getting pummeled by that hammer.
And Tama reverses. Roman Reigns about to buzz a portal. No getting up from this.
Crucial moment for Tonga Loa.
Fires back with a crucial elbow, and it's Jay.
Will Jay end this?
Oh, wicked kick to the lower back.
And he's being somewhat backed into a corner right now.
Kick to the gut. Oh, blow. How cheap is that? Devastating elbow.
And into the top turnbuckle there.
Watch out.
Runs right into the table.
Oh, he had the wherewithal to counter Jacob.
open.
The Tribal Chief locked and loaded. Superman punch. Now we see Tonga Loa turn it around. Roman Reigns locked and loaded, measuring his opponent. There we go. Big right hand from main event. And oh, big right. Up flat out, power into the scoop slam. And the damage to the torso is just piling up.
Each blow to the midsection just compounding that pain.
Meanwhile, we have Sikoa.
Good grief. Stop sign flew like it was a frisbee.
Getting him right into the corner. One step ahead there. And it's just been tossed aside into a new terrain. Oh, that's going to sting your back. And Jake shoulders down. Jacob going to end it here. And James still on the rope.
He could have got by Tonga. And look out. Here it comes.
At this stage, he's endured plenty of big attacks.
Victory nearly at hand for Tonga.
And a kick out of only one. You expect these pins to last much longer at this stage in the match.
Jeez, driving headbutt.
Both wrists captured.
That is what it takes to topple Reigns.
He breaks the ref's count after one.
It's hard to believe, but it looks like he still has some gas left in the tank.
For the win. Meanwhile, we see Sikoa. Instantly, he has his shoulders up.
Incredible resiliency. Basically hammering their opponent into the floor.
Shoulders are down. Jacob's gonna kick out. Shoulder shoots up before two.
How have we not claimed a winner yet?
You gotta believe that not wanting to feel the agony of defeat is coupled with a dangerous height here.
Are we about to see it again?
Big form. Oh my God.
Diving from the cage, just a terrible decision with disastrous consequences. He gets manhandled over into the opposite ring. That cannot be what the...
Rearing way back.
He's going for the cover. For the win.
He's able to beat a 2 count. Incredible to think. Tonga Loa trying to secure the victory. Now we see Tonga Loa. He's been put through the ringer tonight.
Guys, look at the eyes. This could be a precursor to hell.
A little rope assistance. Very effective. Tonga Loa reverses and looks to capitalize. One on top.
Deep into the match, this could end it. He refuses to stay there.
Pure instinct. This could be the end of the night for Jey Uso. He breaks the pin, keeping his team in this one.
Oh, right. Super kick, a double super kick.
But meanwhile, Zayn, the lights are out for Sikoa. You just feel like this match may be about to reach its finish. Feel like
Paloma kick by Sami Zayn. Is Zayn closing this out?
his power
like it's over for Sokola.
Now scaling the WarGames structure.
This is not Uso.
And looking at Jey Uso.
Jey can seal it here.
What a forearm. Sent right into the corner. Here we go. Jey, this could be it. He could win it all here.
And you gotta think he's just one final blow away from not kicking out next time. Oh, spear! Can Jacob Fatu come back from that? Jacob Fatu in a compromised position. Superman punch by the Tribal Chief.
That is the spear.
Roman for the win. And Team Roman wins WarGames.
The new bloodline has
Here
fallen.
are your winners, Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn, the Bloodline.
Unbelievable. Roman's original bloodline crew found a way to work together and reestablish their dominance.
You may not know who your brother or enemy is by their last name, but when you're in battle, look to your left, look to your right. That's family. And this is the one true bloodline.